Making sure this camera's out the way. Hello, 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 everyone. Hi from Australia. Hi, Jess. How are you? Hi, everybody. Please make sure to have your some water, okay, and something to write down with, just in case something comes up and you want to journal about it later. I'm just gonna fix this here. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna turn the lighting up on here too. Okay, okay. My camera's a little fuzzy, but we're back. Perfect, perfect. Hi, Priscilla. Hi from Massachusetts. Hi, Leah. Um, is better? Yeah, so much better. Okay, perfect. Hi from New Jersey. Hi, Vita. Hi. I'm pulling up my notes, and you know what? I should probably text my sister and let her know that I'm going live because she'll probably try to call me. Give me 1 second, okay? Um, Here we go. Okay, cool. Sent that message because I know my sister and we call each other every morning. Um, and yeah, I don't want it to be where we're over here talking and then all of a sudden the recording stops. Okay, I'm just pulling up today's notes for us to check out. Let me know how you're feeling. Some of us were in my other live earlier this today. I usually do a weekly live where we do like a guided meditation, things like that. So I know some of you guys were there. But let me know how you're feeling now, okay? What's coming up for you? Perfect. Let's make this a little smaller. There we go. Perfect. And I'm gonna give it like one more minute just to make sure that everyone is able to get here. There we go. Perfect. Yes, now focusing on excitement rather than nervousness. I love this for you. That makes me so happy. I'm so happy to hear that. So important that we learn how to transform our understandings of what we're feeling, because quite often that's just not the case. I'm actually gonna move this over just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Yay! Okay, today is day 2 of 28 Days of Gratitude. As I mentioned before in yesterday's kickoff, this is literally all about um, fortifying your relationship with gratitude. So for me, I'm coming out of a deep space of grief and mourning, and I knew that I wanted to make sure that when I came out of this space, I was coming out of it feeling lighter, feeling more connected to myself and to the energy all around me. And gratitude does that. And I knew I couldn't do it by myself. I knew I needed a community. So I decided to host 28 days. What I would normally be doing for myself in my personal practice, I'm just doing with you all every morning, which is exciting because it gives me this level of commitment, this level of um, what is the word that I'm looking, accountability, right? Knowing that I get to come on here and spend time with you all is something I look forward to doing. So I know that there are going to be times, and I wanted to touch on this before we jump into today's meditation and EFT practice. But I wanted to talk about that there are days where you're not going to want to do this practice. And I'm speaking about this from firsthand experience, right? There are days where I'm just like, yeah, I'm good, right? I don't necessarily want to do this. But I encourage you to continue to show up and do it, because it's that resistance comes up because you're about to experience the unknown, right? And you are, here we go. And in that unknown, it feels like, okay, I don't really know what to expect. And that's making me feel a little anxious, making me feel a little uncomfortable, right? Whatever the case is. Like, I don't really want to have that experience of not knowing. So when we are getting to a space where we're about to break through, when we are going to have an experience we haven't had yet, your body is going to create resistance. It's going to create a feeling of fatigue or illness. It's going to create a feeling of, you know what, this is actually not doing anything for me. I really don't want to continue. When in fact, it probably is about to change your life. But because it's such a big change, a massive shift, you do not want to participate. Your body's like, there's danger here because we don't know. We've never been here. I apologize for my camera being so blurry today, y'all. I really don't understand why. Um, but yeah, like you're going to have those moments of resistance. All that I can ask of you is that you continue to show up as best as you can. So if it's showing up and like, look, I'm listening, but I'm not doing meditation today, I'm not doing EFT today, that's fine. If it's showing up and like, you know what, I'll do one but not both, that's fine. I just encourage you to show up for as many as you possibly can, because the more that you show up, the more that your body gets comfortable with the understanding and the knowingness that gratitude is going to shift your life forward and it's going to provide you with a new life experience, right? Something that feels more aligned. And a lot of times we can shy away from that because we're like, ooh, I don't know if I can handle that type of bliss in my life. I haven't had that before. How do I know how to navigate that? That's what your brain is going through, literally. Your brain is literally like, I don't know how to navigate this. Like, oh my God, this is gonna be so crazy. Like, why would she even want to do this? What's happening? The fear comes up to protect us, but it's our job, right? Because ultimately, this is us. We're living this life to say, hey, I get that you're a little nervous about this new experience. I'm nervous about this new experience. This is crazy. But I know I need to do this. So we're going to show up and we're not going to penalize ourselves for how we show up each day. We're just going to show up and see what happens. We're going to show up and allow this experience to provide healing for us. So I just want to get that little spiel out there because I think it's super important to so much better. I think it's super important to know and to remember that you're not going to always be excited or always enjoy this journey, but I do hope that you show up every day because I know when you guys are showing up, it helps me to show up as well. And giving yourself grace if you just ultimately can't. Just know that it's a part of the journey, okay? All right, let me check to see how we're doing. Hi from Switzerland. Hello, hello. A bit overwhelmed with my to-do list for today. Happy the sun is out today. Yeah, it looks like the sun is going to come out over here in Philadelphia. And Vita, hopefully after the meditation and the EFT, you are feeling less overwhelmed. Ultimately, you'll feel capable and prepared to handle whatever it is that you do on your list. And whatever you aren't able to accomplish, you know that, okay, that wasn't meant for today. Because sometimes we think something needs to happen today, or we're told something needs to happen today, when in fact, it may not need to happen today. There's so often where my to-do list is like miles long and I'll get like one thing done and I'm just like, oh my God, girl, like one thing, really? But everything seems to work itself out. All these things that I was freaking out about, like, oh, when am I gonna get these things done? How am I gonna get this handled? They find their way out. Things happen. Things happen in ways that I can't even really explain. And I'm just like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Like, I would have never gotten it done this way. I'm so happy that this opportunity presented itself, you know? So give yourself some grace on that to-do list for sure. And trust that whatever needs to get done today will get done today. And whatever doesn't, maybe didn't need to get done today, right? Something that I love to do is I'll have like a to-do list and have like a minimum, like what has to get done. Maybe that's one or two things. Something that I'm like, look, if I get these two things done, I may not be like thrilled, but I'll be okay, right? And then I have like my overachiever side where it's like, if I get all of these done, I'm gonna be like, I feel amazing. And then you have that middle part. And honestly, if I hit any one of those tiers, I'm happy, right? If I only get one thing done, I'm at peace. If I get multiple things done, I love that. And it just helps to give you some flexibility in your experience so you're not putting too much pressure on yourself. Okay? Hopefully that helps. Thank you. I actually have, they're both 4-leaf clovers. So I received this one in Mexico City in the mountains. I had one on a retreat and I literally declared before I went on the experience that I wanted to find 4-leaf clovers. And of course, the universe has a sense of humor. And the first thing that I see in a little gift shop is a 4-leaf clover. But it's not what I was thinking. I'm thinking like in the ground. And it's like, no, sweetie, this is what you're going to get. And then I couldn't stop seeing 4-leaf clovers the entire time I was in Mexico. It was everywhere. It was on people's baseball caps, on their backpacks. Like it was everywhere. And then this is the second 4-leaf clover too. My sister and I have like the same one, and then I have a 4-leaf clover charm on my ankle bracelet, and then I have one tattooed on my wrist. So lots of 4-leaf clover energy. I just really enjoy them. They make me feel happy. But yes, thank you so much. I've allowed myself to be. I have so much to be grateful for. Sometimes I do have fear of allowing myself to feel good, and that happens. Yes, 4-leaf clover yang. I love this, Charlie. And that happens. Like, it's going to be where I know sometimes I can feel guilty for having a sense of gratitude because things are falling apart in the world, and I'm just like, how are you possibly grateful for what's happening? And it's not that I'm grateful for those things that are tragedies and horrendous that are happening in the world, but I can also still exercise a level of gratitude for being alive, for being able to hold spaces like this, for having my home, for having food, for having running water. I I like to believe that me expressing gratitude helps the collective energetically, right? Even if it's in a very indirect way. I don't think that me wallowing, me feeling excessive guilt, me tormenting myself, or putting unnecessary pressure helps me or the world, because I just don't see how putting out that negative energy towards myself wouldn't then put that negative energy out into the world, you know? And that's my own personal belief. Yeah, Vita. Whatever gets done, and trust in whoever you call on to. So if that's God, universe, source, Allah, whoever it is, trust that they're gonna help you get through it. Sometimes you won't even know what's going on, and you'll get a second burst of energy that completes everything. Just trust that what needs to get done will get done, and whatever's not done, it's not super dire, right? Okay, I feel exhausted. Priscilla, I'm with you. I feel very tired today. My blind senior dog had me up all. Oh no. 17. Wow, that's a very long life. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sending you so much love. And the practice that we'll be doing today too should help with the sleeping process. So fingers crossed, Priscilla. This pep talk is exactly what I needed to hear today. Yay, Amy! I'm feeling a bit down on myself this weekend. I was feeling really proud of myself and confident last week. Seems this weekend my brain's rebelling against the ease that I was feeling last week. Yeah. And it happens. Like, our brain is so fascinating. That's something I'm going to be exploring a lot of on my podcast, like talking about how the brain shows up when we're starting over in life. Because people think that it's them. You think like something's wrong with me, right? Like, you initially attack yourself consciously, when in fact, like, your brain is just wired a certain way, and when it is coming into a new experience, it's like, whoa, we've been doing this path for so, what's going on? There's literally a chemical that comes up into the brain and has you think the worst possible outcomes. It's insane. It's literally like such a fascinating thing to know, like, oh, the brain is wired that way. But it also is beautiful to know that even though the brain is wired that way, it doesn't have to remain that way. That you're able to rewire your brain to change those pathways so that you're not immediately going to the worst thought, or so that you're not immediately hitting your threshold. Because once we hit our threshold, we're gonna press up against that and feel that resistance, right? And something has to give. Either the threshold has to shift, or what tends to happen is that we come back to the place that we were moving away from, right? So we're like feeling good, feeling good, feeling good. Up, here's my baseline of happiness. I can't experience anymore. I've hit my capacity, and I don't have enough momentum or understanding or consciousness to break through it, to move through it. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to regress. And it's a part of life. Everyone regresses. This is not like a unique experience. Literally everyone, me as a practitioner, even understanding this, I still regress. It's a part of humanity. But it's good to just know that it's not just you, okay? Um, for whatever reason, the sun is like really doing its thing today. So like, if it's a little blinding, just, I don't know, enjoy it. That's what I'm gonna try to do. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Must be lucky. I like to think so. I like to think so. I feel like we talked about this yesterday. That luck for me is living under cosmic knowledge. Yeah, I like to think that I'm extremely lucky. Yes, I feel blessed at my senior pub. I'm happy to hear that, Priscilla. Maybe brain interprets the change as a risk. Yes, it does. It does, Mel. You're 100% correct. And we can assure ourselves we are safe in our new patterns and positivity. 100%. Your brain thinks that it's going into a dangerous situation. It could be something as simple as like wanting to work out more, and then you're getting like that increase of feel good hormones, and your brain is like, whoa, 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 whoa. We never feel this good ever. What's happening? Oh my god, you're not safe. I gotta help you. Like it just can't help it. It just wants to protect you. Ultimately, it's just like I like an overprotective parent that like worries about everything you do, and you're like, oh my god, like how are you surviving? You're so stressed out all the time. That's your brain. Your brain is just like, wait, whoa, whoa, we don't do this. And it can be a good thing, right? It could be something like, oh, okay, I'm just working out more and I feel better. But because you haven't felt that good before or in a long period of time, your brain assumes that it's a risk, that it's a danger, and it tries to bring you back into not feeling good. Not because it doesn't care about you, but because it's what's more familiar, right? And when we have that understanding, it just helps us to process life and to give ourselves a little bit more grace as we're navigating things that we haven't navigated before, okay? Beautiful. I know how you feel. Oh my goodness. Yes, I love when we're connecting in the comments. Yeah, I know it's funny. It's like, how's it making us feel bad? I know it sounds like what, but we all have a baseline of happiness. Everybody. Some of us are born with a baseline of happiness that's a lot higher than others. Like for me, my baseline of happiness was very low. I had to increase it over time. It is something that you can do, right? But it depends. If you grew up in a space where there was a lot of turmoil, a lot of moments of feeling unsafe, you probably have a low threshold. Then that's literally just you being a product of your environment. That doesn't mean that something's wrong with you, but it does allow you to have the awareness of like, okay, I'm used to things just being crazy and being chaotic and maybe even being dangerous. But that doesn't mean that always has to be that case. And once you start putting your idea and your attention towards other alternative ways to live, the brain will also support that. Sometimes it is fighting against itself, but it will also be like, okay, is this what we really want to tune into? Think about when, and this is going to be one of the exercises that we do later on this in this challenge, but for the sake of the conversation, think about when you're outside and you think about a car, right? Or like you like the punch buggy, right? And then all of a sudden that's all you see. Your brain is like wanting to flood you with what you're asking for, but we have to be more consistent in the ask and in the intention. Like it will support you wanting to live a healthier lifestyle and having more happiness in your life. It really will. It just needs to know that you're serious about it. It's like, I don't know. And one of the ways that I love to reprogram my brain and to help me on that journey, and I found to be very effective, is EFT, which is why I teach tapping. For those of us that need more support in rewiring our subconscious mind so that we can live a softer life, so that we can live a happier life, so that we can feel more supported. That's why I created the EFT scripts that I use, is to help us help our brain, essentially. Okay? Okay. Oh. Our brain isn't wired to make us happy, it's wired to make us comfortable. Yes, yeah. And sometimes we're comfortable in unhappiness. It's something that we have to be honest about. Many of us aren't honest about that because consciously we think, why would I ever be comfortable in my unhappiness? Like, of course, I want to be a happy go lucky person. But, like, if it's an unfamiliar sensation, then you probably are more comfortable in sadness, in chaos, in uncertainty, even. Like, your brain just wants you to be comfortable. That's a beautiful statement. Thank you so much, Tatiana. Okay. We just spent like 20 minutes talking about the brain, and I want to make sure that we actually do the guided meditation and the EFT session. So today is day 2 of the gratitude challenge, and it is called the best part of my day. It is one of my favorite practices to do, and in the original text for the book, you would do this practice every single day. Okay. And again, bear with me as the lighting is just, you don't need to see anything just yet. You just need to hear my voice. And hopefully by the time you do need to see something, you'll be able to see it, which is fingers crossed. Okay? Um, so essentially what Rhonda talks about in the book is that you're going to take an item, whether it be a pebble, a rock, a crystal, a charm. So for me, I brought a crystal today, right? Brought a little crystal with me. There you go. And what you're going to do is hold it in your hands, close your eyes if that feels good for you, and think about the best part of your day. So this normally happens at night, but again, for the sake of consistency, We're just going to talk about it today, and I encourage you to try the practice out at night too. It's very helpful, and this will help with you easing anxieties as you go to sleep as well. It'll help you have a better morning. So you literally hold whatever it is, crystal, rock, whatever. Go and find a new one too, something that is specific for this experience. You hold it in your hand, you close your eyes, you think about the best part of your day. And depending on where you are, maybe it is the end of your day and you can think about that. But if it's like the morning, how it is for me, I'm thinking about the best part of my day yesterday, which actually was being on live with you guys. And you think about it, you let the feeling come up, you let it radiate through you, let it pour into the hands, into the crystal, the rock, or the charm, and let it be infused and hold that energy there. A nice deep inhale, exhale as you do it. Sometimes I like to bring my crystals to my heart space for a little hug. And then what you would do afterwards is you would place it underneath your pillow and go to sleep. And essentially what that does is it has your brain think about the best part of your day before you go to sleep, which is going to influence the dreams that you have and ultimately influence how you wake up the next day. You won't feel as stressed out or overwhelmed because normally when we're going to sleep, we are thinking about all the things that we did not get done that day, all the things that went wrong that day. We're thinking about how we could have improved, what we should have said. It's all these woulda, coulda, shouldas, right? And that puts you in a low vibration, which would then trigger a feeling of anxiousness or overwhelm when you wake up. You just kind of wake up like, oh my God, there's so many things I didn't get done yesterday that I gotta get done now. And you start freaking out and panicking. But when you do this practice, you're going to sleep thinking about the absolute best part of your day. And that's going to vary from day to day. Some days it's going to be way more impactful than others. But as you're doing it every day, you're compounding that energy into that one item and placing it underneath your bed. Another thing that I like to do too is I like to whisper to my pillow what I want to experience when I go to sleep. Like I'll be like, I want to dream about this, or wake me up at this time. And it is actually proven that as you do this, you are talking to your subconscious mind and getting it to give you those things. It's something fun to check out and try. I feel like this is where like the energy of neuroscience meets magic comes into play, because you start to realize like, oh wow, like I really could program my body and my mind to receive life in a completely different way than what I was taught to. So it's something cool. I love this practice. It's really awesome, and I hope you guys try it out today, and let me know how it is in the group. Oh, let me drop the group here. So on Insight Timer, I have a group called Lotus Living, and you guys are able, hey from California, you guys are able to commune with me every day in that group chat as well, just in case you guys missed the live or something, okay? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I am reading. Hi, Lisa. Beautiful. Mm. Mm. Yes, I want you to rest during this period, Lisa, as much as you possibly can before you have to go and do all those things for your pup, okay? Yes. Yes. Please do, Bentley. Let me know. Okay, the book that I'm talking about is called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. Okay? And it'll always be in the description for the event. And if you join the email list, if you go to my Insight Timer link, you'll see that there's a link to join my email list. And I send out the free PDF version. It's like a blog post of all 28 days. So if you want to join and do the practices that are in the book, you can do those as well as the meditation and EFT that I created for it, okay? There we go. Hi from Chicago. Hi, Dawn. Yay. Also to remind you that this is a donation-based event, so if at any moment in time you feel inspired to share a donation, please do. Sorry, I just noticed that my Wi-Fi said it is okay. Please let me know if my Wi-Fi is not what you need it to be, okay? I want to make sure you guys can hear me throughout the meditation and things like that. Okay? All right, perfect. We're going to get into the meditation. So what I would love for you to do is get centered. Find a space where you would like to meditate, okay? Maybe drink some water too. Lisa, I encourage you to drink some water as well because you're processing a lot of big emotions. And it's going to help you feel a little grounded. A lot of times when we're dehydrated, what we're going through can feel even more intense in the body and deepen a sense of trauma that doesn't need to always happen. So drink some water and take some deep breaths. And honestly, I want you to just like tune in, listen. If you want to do the meditation, if you want to tap, come and do it. But ultimately, just give yourself some time for you because you're going to have to get into caretaker mode. Okay? Let me pull this up for us. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes. I just love y'all so much. Like, it's just the love. I was literally gloating about this with one of my friends of like the community that we get to cultivate with each other is always so wonderful. Okay, let's do it. We, oh, excuse me, 1 second. I forgot to turn my microphone on. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're going to do the guided meditation for today, and it is called Embracing the Magic Within, Honoring the Best Part of Your Day. In this guided meditation, we'll focus on embracing the magic within to honor the best part of our day, no matter how big or small it may seem. I want you to begin by getting comfortable, whether that's lying down or sitting in full lotus, whatever feels best for you. Allowing your body to relax and your mind to become calm. Let's take a deep inhale in together, breathing into the lower belly, allowing that breath to slowly rise up into the heart space, into the throat, and open mouth exhale, release, softening the shoulders, melting into the body as we breathe in again. Deep inhale, breathing into the lower belly, expanding to the lower back this time, allowing the air to come up into the heart space, and letting go, releasing, softening into the body even more, softening into this moment. As we breathe again, inhale, breathing into lower belly, expanding to lower back, breathing into the heart space, almost to the point where you're opening up the heart, having the shoulders roll back, almost feeling a slight pinch in between your shoulder blades, really letting the heart lead you forward on that inhale, and on that exhale, release, softening, bringing the chest back home to the body. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels good and if you're able to. If not, create a soft gaze. Okay? Let your body guide you as you breathe in, allowing the fresh air to flow into your lungs, and the exhale to be slow, releasing any tension or worries from the body. Okay? Now I want you to think of your day. Think of the day you had yesterday or the day you've had today. From the moment you woke up until right now. Recall all the experiences you've had, both big and small, pleasant and challenging. Continue to do this by breathing in slowly, softening the shoulders, trusting in the moment, knowing that you are safe to explore. You are safe to reflect and review on your day. No matter what you've experienced, know that you can trust in gratitude. Trust that there is something, always something, or someone, or some place to be grateful for. There will always be a best part of your day waiting to be witnessed. And bring your attention to the charm of your choice, whether it's a rock, a crystal, or an item of value. And if you don't have one, you can bring your attention to your hands. Okay? Feel it in your hands or feel the sensation of your hands. Let this be your gratitude anchor, a symbol of the blessings in your life. With each breath, feel the energy of gratitude within you flowing into your anchor, storing your feel-good energy. Thinking about that best part of your day. letting the feeling flood the body. Maybe it invites you to bring a smile to the face. Maybe you feel a warm, tingling sensation in the arms or in the chest. Maybe even a little pressure around the third eye chakra as you're envisioning, as you're feeling through this really good moment in your day. Even if the rest of your day presents a challenge after challenge, can you search for and find that one moment where you felt satisfied, or you felt at peace, or maybe you laughed really hard, or you saw something beautiful and it made you pause and be present? Let that feeling come up into the body and float into your gratitude anchor. Identify with that best part of your day. Maybe it was a kind gesture from a stranger. Maybe it was a heart-to-heart with someone you love. Or simply a beautiful sunrise you witnessed. Or a pretty flower you walked past. No matter how big or small it may seem, honor this moment. Say to yourself, thank you for this being the best part of my day. Then I want you to bring your hands to your heart space. And if your charm is in your hands, bring that to your heart space as well. And breathe into the heart space, allowing the heart to expand and the chest to rise up with that inhale. And on that exhale, release. Breathing into the heart space on that inhale. And on that exhale, release and soften into that feeling of gratitude. And let's take a collective inhale together, breathing into the heart space, filling up the lungs with as much fresh air as we can. And on that exhale, we let go. We resonate with that feeling good, that best part of our day. We let that moment stay with us a little longer. I invite you to bring a smile to your face and maybe even bring yourself into a hug, holding yourself in a way you haven't before. Wrapping yourself in that sensation, in that gratitude, that despite what was going on in your life and in that day, you were able to get your brain to focus on one moment of satisfaction, one moment of joy or peace, a moment of bliss. And look how that one moment is still with you, despite the challenges. Give gratitude to that moment and give gratitude to yourself for experiencing that moment, for calling it in, for remembering it as best as you can. As you express gratitude for this moment, feel it multiplying within you, creating more feel-good moments and sensations that uplift your spirit and fill your heart with joy. Let the overflow store into your anchor for you to feel later on. Know that by recognizing and appreciating the best part of your day, you are inviting more blessings into your life. Trust that any appreciation you cultivate will work in your favor, attracting more positivity and abundance into your life. Now, imagine sharing this feeling of gratitude with others. See yourself spreading kindness and positivity wherever you go, making each moment of your day the best part of your day, not only for yourself, but also for those around you. allow for a few more deep breaths so you can soak up this feeling of gratitude deep into your being, into your bones. With each inhale, invite more blessings into your life. And with each exhale, release any doubts or worries that may be holding you back. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes or refocus your gaze, carrying this sense of gratitude and positivity with you as you continue on today. And remember, the magic of gratitude lies within you. Honor the best part of your day and watch as it transforms your life in miraculous ways. Thank you so much for journeying with me in that guided meditation. Please let me know how you feel. Okay, I'm going to catch up on some of the comments while you guys let me know how you're feeling. And go ahead and drink some water, okay? It's super important. Grab some water. Oh, I'm so happy, Danny. Yay! Lisa, look at all this love you're receiving. Hopefully this could be the best part of your day today. Yes, there's so much light in this space. There's so much beauty in this space that we're cultivating for each other. I'm super grateful. Thank you, Sonia. Oh, yay, yay, yay. Okay, perfect. Okay, taking a nice little sip of my rosemary tea. And before we close out, we're going to do an EFT session. This is going to help us, right? So we did the guided meditation to help us get into the space of, okay, cool. Here we go. I am ready to witness the best part of my day. I am trusting in the fact that this is what I need and what I deserve, right? Now we're going to use the EFT to really tell the brain, like, look, consciously I've done this in my guided meditation. Now subconsciously you're going to be in agreement with me because this is what we want. We want to feel this good and we want to remember this sensation. And we want you as the brain to honor this new pathway and not to resist it. And that's what the EFT is going to do for you. It's an amazing somatic practice that helps to rewire the brain to be in support of the life you want to live, while also releasing any trauma or heavy emotions that you no longer want stored in the body. And it's a very effortless practice. It's very easy to do. And I'm going to guide you through the entire experience. Going to try to fix my other camera. There we go. See if this helps. 1 second, guys. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so much more clearer. Good, because I need to make sure you guys can see me for the EFT. Beautiful. See ya, hi. Thank you so much, Catherine, for the donation. I deeply appreciate it. Oh, I'm so happy you liked it, Dawn. Yay, yay, yay. You feel refreshed and happy, feel good, had so many good moments yesterday, and a reminder to savor them. Yes, sometimes you don't even realize that. Sometimes I'm like looking for one and there's so many. And I'm just like, ooh, this was a good day. I'm so happy. Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Kirsten, for the donation. I appreciate it. I love rosemary tea too. I drink it almost every day. It's rosemary and mint. So good. So good. And I add a little bit of sea moss too for like that energy boost. Yes, yes, yes. Wow, I can see the difference. Last night I was so disconnected, somewhere between fight, flight, and freeze. Couldn't find my way to do any self-care. Now I feel grounded and hopeful. I found my center and I'm connected to my higher self. Thank you, thank you. That's amazing. I get so excited because I'm like, it's so good to have these reminders, you know? And I really do hope that you get like a rock, a crystal, or a charm, whatever it is, and literally just end your day. It takes like less than a minute to do, but it helps because you wake up thinking about the last part of your day that was amazing. Or for me, sometimes I don't even remember the best part of my day is when I wake up the next day, but I remember feeling good when I went to sleep, and that helps. Okay, and I couple that with some subliminals, and I dropped this in my other live, but I'll drop it here too. There's this really great person on YouTube that does subliminals for like nighttime, and I've been using his things for years. I'm very big on like self hypnosis. I have my certification in hypnotherapy, I find to be a very powerful practice. I know some people are like, well, I don't know, but check out his stuff and see if it resonates with you. He has it on different topics. I think for the past 2 weeks, I was using the one to wake up with positive energy, which was super helpful because I was getting out of that space of grief and I needed the subconscious rewiring. And now I think it is on connecting to my higher self when I'm sleeping, which I appreciate a lot. But he has tons of them that you can listen to like while you're doing work around the house, or when you're sleeping, and it'll help you to wake up in a better mood. So please check out his stuff. It's really, really cool. Let's see. Felt so much like that too. Yay! I'm so happy. Yes, rosemary and mint, so good. Like, please try it out. It's such a good tea. Okay, I'm still such a young boy collecting good looking rocks whenever I hike. Yes! I mean, there's joy in that, right? Sometimes things are just so beautiful and you're like, oh, I want to take this with me. I'm like that with seashells. Like, whenever I go to the beach, I'm always like looking for a seashell. Like, what can I get? And I collect them and I put them, on little mini altars throughout my apartment to remind me of the beauty. And every time I see them, I can literally remember exactly where I was when I got it. That's how much they mean to me personally. So I love this, Danny. That's amazing. Yes, yeah, please, rosemary and mint. It's really so good. I literally put fresh rosemary and mint into a pot, steam it up, add my honey, a little bit of cinnamon. I'm a big cinnamon girly. It works all the time. So good. Licorice tea is so good too, Lisa. Yes. See, seashells. Yeah, that could be your charm. Like, it can be your charm. And if you're putting them with your pillow, just kind of put it a little away so you don't, end up, because they're very delicate. But that can be your charm too. I collect seashells too. See, look at us, the water girlies. Like, I love seashells. Um, yes. Ooh, heart-shaped rocks. I do that with leaves. I had a heart-shaped leaf that used to be in my wallet for a very long time, and I absolutely loved it. And I was just like, nature is so fascinating. Like, oh, it was so cool. Okay, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, so now we're gonna get into our EFT session. What I encourage you to do is to grab some water, okay, and take a nice big gulp before we begin. Sometimes I forget that I infuse my water, and then like I take a big gulp, and I'm like, oh, catches me off guard. I have lime and a little bit of sea salt in my water to help me absorb it better. It's refreshing, but it just caught me off guard. Yes, I collect leaves sometimes. I have a cute color. Yeah, especially in the fall. Oh, so good. I had orange and cinnamon iced drink. It was so good. No, not distracting. No, drinks are my thing. We can have a whole discussion about that. What's the name of it? Yes, yes. Ginger, thank you for dropping it in the chat. John Moyers. I love his tracks. Him and his wife literally put together these really beautiful productions of subliminals that help to rewire the brain as you're sleeping. And I've been using his things for years. And I used to use his procrastination one. That was like the first one I was introduced with because I was really struggling with just getting up and making things happen. And they say to do it for at least 2 weeks to start to see the impact. And the impact is subtle. It actually reminds me a lot of EFT because the impact is so subtle that you don't realize that it's changed you until you have like a random aha moment. So like when I was going through the process of like breaking my procrastination streak, it wasn't until I realized like, oh, I got everything done today. And then I was like, the subliminals work. Like it wasn't it wasn't this radical moment if I woke up and I'm like, I'm no longer procrastinating. Like it wasn't as dramatic, even though I do love a good drama. Personally, it was more of, oh wow, I got everything done. Or I would have something that I need to do, like, oh, let me send out this email. And instead of me doing it later on, all of a sudden I'm in front of my laptop or I'm on my phone getting it done. And that's how I knew it was working. So give yourself at least 2 weeks if you're going to try it out and just see what comes up for you. Also, allow yourself flexibility. Some of them work, some of them don't. I realized for myself that if I switch too soon on a subliminal, I actually will wake up a little bit more crankier. So like I have to be a bit more intuitive about when it's time to change. So like when I start waking up and I'm not like in the best of moods, I'm like, oh, it's time for me to change the subliminal because it's ran its course, you know? But super helpful. Beautiful. Oh my goodness, I love that you know Vita. Oh yes, I love a beautiful garden. Overcame alcohol addiction, which is part of my gratitude. I Mel, yes, 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 yes. And look at you turning that addiction into an appreciation for something that is actually healthy and beneficial to you. That is something to be extremely grateful for, and thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. Yes, go and try this and give them time. Yes, yes, yes. Ginger, please give them time. Like, give yourself time. Remember that the habits that you have that you no longer appreciate or no longer working in your favor, you've been doing them for a long time, right? Like, a long time. So give yourself some time to reprogram. Okay, and with this guided meditation, with the EFT, and if you're adding in other supplements like the subliminals or mindful movement, you'll notice that the process of shifting your habits becomes easier and more fluid to do. But ultimately, give yourself time. Like, I have been procrastinating for decades. Like, it was amazing that it only took 2 weeks for me to get out of that practice, but I still listen to it for months afterwards to like fortify that new belief and that new behavior in my mindset because I was so used to procrastinating, right? I was that person where I work great under pressure and I still do, but I'm not under pressure quite often, right? It's like a cool skill set to have, but I don't want to be under that type of stress all the time to get things done. I like getting things out of the way and having space to just be and collect crystals and rocks and leaves and seashells. I enjoy that. Hi, Samia. How are you? Just waking up. Hi, Eric. Perfect. You're in time for the EFT part of today's session. So I love this. This is perfect. Yes, yes. I really feel like you'll love this, Deb. Please let me know how you like subliminals. I love how composed you seem. I appreciate that, Samia. Thank you. Oh my goodness, it's a lot of practice. But also, you see, I'm very giddy. I get very excited talking about these things and being in spaces with y'all. So, yes. Professional procrastinator, Danny, you're not alone. I had my PhD in procrastination for a very long time. Yes. Oh my goodness, Seattle. Yes, I need to go visit Seattle. I hear that it's very beautiful. Okay. Oh, yeah, inner work does. It helps. It helps. It helps so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, perfect. So we've taken our water. We're gonna get into the EFT session. Before we get in, let me just give you guys some background on EFT so that we're just aware of what's happening. EFT is called Emotional Freedom Technique or techniques because there's different ways to tap. And essentially, what's happening is that you're tapping on these ancient acupressure points along the body, and it is helping you to release emotion. Emotion that's been stored up in the body. So I'm sure plenty of you have either read the book or heard the statement, the body keeps score. And what that means is that the body stores every experience you've ever had since birth. It doesn't forget anything. The mind might forget, right? But the body does not forget at all. And it's stored in there. So that's why you can like see a certain color or have like a certain smell and all of a sudden you're transported back into this experience and you have no idea how you got there. It's because it's stored in your body somewhere. So when you're using tapping, it's helping the body to get rid of any stagnant energy or any traumas in the body that you no longer want to identify with or be held back by, right? And it's a very subtle thing that you're doing. So as you're tapping on these points, right? You're activating, you're talking to the body in a language it understands, and you're saying, hey, this thing I'm tapping on, I don't really want to think about that anymore. I don't want that living in my body. I don't want that in my experience. Or in the case of the EFT sessions that we'll be having, you're tapping and you're saying, hey, what I'm talking about right now, I want to live by this. I want to do this more. I want to be more grateful. This is something I'm into. Bring this to the forefront of my mind. Make this a part of my daily habits, right? And your body automatically understands what you're talking about. If you guys want to know what each tapping point means and things like that, I have like a Master EFT 101 class that I will probably put on YouTube eventually for you guys to check it out. But I host it a few times a year and it's free. And it's to help you understand like what each point means because a lot of times in EFT they don't tell you what's happening. And once you know what each point means, you're like, oh crap! Like you really see how you're talking to your body. It's really fascinating. So I want to put that out there for those of you that have never tapped before and like, what's the purpose? I don't want to say these negative statements and calls over my body. Like that's not what's happening. You're literally talking to your body in its language, which makes you a much more effective practitioner for yourself in getting your brain to be rewired so that it can support your new lifestyle. Okay? So that's the main spiel over EFT. Now I'm going to go over the 9 tapping points. You do not need to remember these at all whatsoever. Cut, Tima! You don't need to remember these at all. At all. Like, please. I don't want you to get stressed out. All you have to do is follow me as I do it, but I don't want you tapping just yet because I want to go over one more thing before we tap. And it's super important, especially if you are a very sensitive person. I want to make sure that you have this information before we begin. Okay? So the first tapping point is the side of hand. It's where my tattoo is, right? And you would lightly tap here. Don't tap yet. I'm just showing you. You would lightly tap here. Then we have the crown chakra, which is up here. Then we have the start of the eyebrow, which can be either side. So you can tap with one hand, with both hands, left or right, it doesn't matter. It's still hitting the meridian pathway. And the meridian pathways are how our energy moves in our body internally and then around us. So you're affecting your energy field as you're tapping, okay? So you would tap here at the brow. Then you would trace the eyebrow to the end and you would feel that ocular bone here. Not the temples, but the bone. And you would tap here. You would trace that ocular bone underneath the eyes and tap here. Then you would go underneath the nose and tap here. Then you would go into that crease of your chin and tap here. And then you would go to the collarbone, that little soft fleshy area underneath the collarbone, and you would tap there. And then you have underneath the arm. So for those of us that wear bras, it would be where the bra strap is. For everyone else, it would be underneath the end of the armpit. So you would literally trace to the end of your armpit. You'll feel like the first ribs in your rib cage. That area is where you'll be tapping. You could tap on both sides. It doesn't matter. Now that we went over the 9 tapping points, I want to talk about how you can tap. This is super important if you are someone who's an empath, someone who feels energy deeply, okay? So it would be, you can either tap lightly, right? And I'm used to doing this, so I tend to tap, right? For the sake of recording, I probably won't be tapping, but you can tap. You can also pulse, where like you're not taking your hand off, you're just pushing down in each area, right? You can rub a nice circular motion, which is very soothing for people who get a little overstimulated. Or you can hover, and you'll still feel it. You'll still feel the energy being activated, okay? You can hover. You can hover in each place. And you'll see me hovering for the sake of the recording, right? But either one works. So if you find that you're someone who's super sensitive, because we are electromagnetic, it can feel like you're turning on a light switch. When you start tapping on these placements, I want you to do whatever feels best for you. So if you find that rubbing feels better, rub the centers. If you find that pulsing feels better, pulse. If you find that hovering feels better, hover. I personally want you to do what feels best for you. It's not about the traditional flow. Your body is unique, so do what feels best for you. The last thing that I want to say is that we are going to have, everyone's going to feel something that feels really good for them. There's going to be a certain point that feels really good. For me, my tapping point that feels really good, excuse me, moving energy, wow. My tapping point that feels good is underneath the collarbones. I love tapping here. Sometimes I don't even go through the 9 points. I'm just here, like, this person got me messed up. I don't know if they realize that I'm trying. Like, just talking to myself through the tapping when I'm feeling upset. I call that your sweet spot. So if you find that one point feels really, really good and you just want to stay there, stay there. Trust your body. Trust that it knows what it needs to process the experience, okay? So that, and then if you find yourself yawning, tearing, belching, these are all signs that you're moving energy, right? Clearing out your throat. It literally is just your body moving energy. There's nothing wrong with you. It's completely okay. You might find that you're more energized or that you're more tired afterwards. My encouragement to you is to drink water as much as possible because it's going to help process the emotions that you've freed, essentially. Okay? Making sure that we're all good. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. And if you guys join the email list on my Insight Timer link, I'll send maybe like my top 5. Let me write that down for y'all so I can remember to do that. My top 5 subliminals that you guys can listen to. And then see if you like them. He's my favorite, but there are plenty of them. You can do them with words, without, okay? Okay, 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 okay. Oh, yay, I'm so happy, Noni. I feel so numb sometimes. Mm-mm-mm. And you know what? That's also a sign of like disassociation. Just like you're probably really overstimulated, and the numbness helps to balance out that overstimulation. This is a great way to help you get back into that. So if you find as you're tapping nothing's coming up, it just means that you're a little bit more far removed from your body than maybe you were aware of. It's not a negative thing. A lot of us disassociate because we have to survive a very chaotic world. But it's an invitation for you to get a little bit more intimate with your body so that you can feel your energy, because when you are aware of how your energy feels to you, you show up in the world a lot different. Okay? Oh, thank you. Sending love to you from the UK. All I have to drink is water. I won't have a problem. I know that's right, Bentley. Yes. Can we do it lying down? Yes, you can do it lying down. You can tap. You can tap lying down. I tap lying down all the time. Sometimes I can't get up, and I'm like, as long as it gets done, okay? Okay, beautiful. Perfect. So now we're going to begin. You're going to start in the first position, and that is the side of hand. Here we go. We're going to begin the EFT for the best part of my day, okay? And we're starting off in the side of hand and lightly tapping here, right? Tapping, pulsing, rubbing, or hovering, whatever feels best for you. And you're going to repeat after me. And this is super important. Your words have power. So when you say these things out loud, it helps your brain to connect and understand that you want to reprogram, that you want this to be a part of your lifestyle, or you want to remove this from your lifestyle, depending on what we're talking about. But for the sake of today, you want this to be into your lifestyle. You want more gratitude. Okay? Nice deep inhale, exhale. And repeat after me. Even though I'm just beginning to work with these gratitude practices, I deeply and completely accept myself and my journey. And we're going to stay here and tapping. Even though I'm just beginning to work with these gratitude practices, I deeply and completely accept myself and my journey. We're going to move to the top of the head now. Top here. I commit to making gratitude a habit. Again, I commit to making gratitude a habit. Start with the brow. I open myself to the miraculous potential of gratitude. One more time. I open myself to the miraculous potential of gratitude. I'm going to go to the side of the eye, tap here. By focusing on the best part of my day, I embrace the power of gratitude in my own life. One more time. By focusing on the best part of my day, I embrace the power of gratitude in my own life. Underneath the eye. Using this charm will symbolize healing, abundance, and happiness in my life. We go underneath the nose, tap here. As I tune in, I feel my energy becoming one with gratitude. I'm going to go to the chin and the crease, top here. I do this daily to be a constant reminder of the blessings in my life. Then we're going to go to the collarbone. With each day, I deepen my practice of gratitude, knowing that it's transforming my life. Underneath the arm, tap here. It feels so good to be this intentional about the magic that gratitude has. We're going to go to the side of the hand, tap here. Even though using a charm, rock, crystal, seashell, for gratitude seems simple, I trust in its potential to bring abundance and magic into my life. Top of the head. Beautiful. When I focus on the best part of my day, I am filled with gratitude for the blessings throughout it. Then we're going to go to the eyebrow, tap here. With each thank you, I anchor gratitude deeply into my being. Side of the eye. I am serving as a conduit for miracles in my life. Underneath the eye. I embrace the simplicity and power of gratitude in my daily routine. Under the nose. Choosing the best thing of my day fills me with abundance of gratitude. Chin, tap here. Even when I am drifting asleep, I can feel the warmth of this gratitude. Collarbone. With each morning, I awaken to a new day filled with gratitude. Under the arm. Through the practice of gratitude, I invite magical experiences into my life. Then as you're done, I want you to place your hands over your heart space. Maybe you want to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Allow a deep inhale, breathing into the lower belly, allowing that air to rise up into the heart space. And exhale, let go, release. And I want you to say thank you 3 times. Thank you to your source, whoever you call on to in your time of need. Thank you to yourself for showing up to this practice. And thank you to the energy of gratitude for being so accessible and endless. And let's seal this off with another deep inhale, breathing into the lower belly, expanding into the heart, open mouth, exhale, release, softening the hands into the lap, opening up our eyes, refocusing our gaze, and taking a nice big sip of water. And I hope you are feeling really in tune with the power of gratitude and having it be a focal point in your day so that you can witness all the beauty that life has to offer you. Beautiful. Oh, it started raining. Oh my goodness, so cool. I love a good rainy day. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy, Bentley, that this helped. Yay! Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Again, to remind you, if anything feels really good, hi, Aisha. I'm so happy. If anything feels good to you, you can feel free to donate. Whatever it is that you can. Of course, I'm just happy that y'all are here with me for day 2. So excited. And I sent out an email yesterday. Side of your eyes, your sweet spot, Mel. See? And it feels good, right? Remember that. So if you're having a moment of overwhelm later on in this week and you're just getting a little stressed out, remember that you could just tap here and take a nice deep inhale, exhale, at least 3 inhales and exhales, and you'll find that all of a sudden you're feeling centered again. Okay? It can be that simple. I don't want you guys to think it's like a complicated process. All right? Yay, yay, yay. Oh, thank you so much, Emily, for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I added a couple of drops of lavender essential oils to my hands. I know that's right, Michelle. Yes! As I did the practice and it was amazing. That's beautiful. I love when we get to add in aromatherapy into other practices. I'm all about mixing healing modalities because it just gives a fuller experience. Sonia, thank you. It was hard to smile at the start, but I was able to genuinely at the end of the practice. Yes! Thank you so much, Julie, for the donation. That was lovely. Thank you. I've been trying to shift from my mind's focus on the problem. Yeah, as we're tapping, the reason why tapping is so powerful is that it doesn't really allow you to um, ruminate and overthink on what you're talking about because you're moving to the next thing. It's that constant flow that gets your brain to get unstuck about these feelings that have been stuck for a very long time, right? I'm so happy. Yes. Yes, really accessible, easy, intuitive. I love this. Thank you, Lotus, for this beautiful container to be grateful. Oh my goodness. Thank you for this fellowship of loving kindness. My heart. You guys really know how to make me such a soft person. I really appreciate this. Woof. Okay, again, if you guys want to join the group on Insight Timer, it's called Lotus Living. I'll drop it in the chat one more time. And I will be dropping information here and there. If you guys want to like reach me or have a question about the practice that comes up, you can always ask me in the live. But if you missed the live or things like that, you can ask in the group chat. The next couple of days are already up if you want to RSVP for day 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. They're already up, and I'll be adding the next 7 probably by Thursday. And I sent out an email yesterday. So if you didn't get the email or you're not on part of the email list, go to my link in Insight Timer, join the email list because there'll be weekly emails now. But you'll be able to see what's happening for the next 7 days. And other things that I'll throw in there for you guys, just like extra resources and stuff like that, that I'm not able to provide links in Insight Timer. So this is my way of being able to answer questions and whatever you need. Of course, too, if you want like a weekly decompression where you just want to like come and chill and hang out, and I do card pulls, that happens earlier on Sundays around 5:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's nice to have some of you guys be here for both sessions. I hope you feel really good and fulfilled and ready for the rest of your day. Tomorrow we'll be talking about magic relationships. So if you or someone you know is struggling with relationship to self, relationship to source, relationship to romantic partners, friendships, family, this is a great practice for you to learn how to cultivate gratitude for those relationships. So that they can be stronger, or so that you can realign to other ones that feel better for you in your experience. Um, I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me for this. And I cannot wait to see y'all tomorrow. Like literally best part of my day is being here with you guys. And I'm just thrilled. I'm just grateful. My sweet spot's on my hand. Ooh, side of hand. Wow, what a sensation. Yes, love your energy and encouragement. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Hema, for the donation. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Collarbone for me. Collarbone for me too. We're not alone, Tamia. It just feels so good. I feel clear in my mind. I really love this. I will definitely be here for day 3. Bentley, I hope to see you. I can't wait. Thank you, Lotus. Painting a lotus in my journal now to mark this moment of growth and breakthrough. Yes, I don't know if you guys see. I actually painted this a while ago, and I'm going to repaint it again, but I did like a little, for my little artwork project. I painted a cute little lotus flower. I was like, oh, I need to get back into painting again. So that was for me. Yes, your spot is under your lip. Under the chin area. Yeah, this feels good too. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Please have a beautiful day. And if you need me, just hit me up in the group chat. And I will be dropping the card pull information in there as well, if you guys want to check that out from earlier. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.